5-second penalty here. Let's fight later, but let's manage to try it a little bit now.
Alonso served his penalty at the stop.
Again, in for a lead.
George also given Lewis Hamilton stand down orders, whilst at the same time, when Hamilton is in front, asking him to step down. Of course, different circumstances, but also the balls he has to ask such. Let's not forget Zandvoort 2022, when the team asked both drivers to stay out and fend off a charge on Max Verstappen with the view to potentially give Lewis Hamilton the win. But what did George do? Of course, overruling the team's request to his best interest, choosing to pit for a fresh set of soft compound tires.
So you're following the safety car through the pit lane, you're not stopping. So stay in the fast lane.
Why not? Are you sure? You don't want to throw the soft on?
You're staying out.
What happens if we put the soft on? When we fall?
So we are splitting, you're staying out.
I'm losing the tyre, we didn't put the soft on.
Leaving Hamilton vulnerable to Max, himself, and also Leclerc, which were on fresher, softer compound tires.
Why did you stop George? We had a buffer between us, so now we don't have that. I can't believe you guys fucking screwed me, man. I can't tell you how pissed I am.
Abu Dhabi 2021 flashbacks. It sounds like George Russell is the bad guy in this, but he didn't go full on with the bad guy persona like Alonso,
Bye-bye. I'm still the bad guy.
Schumacher, Vettel, and now Max. And it's best put by Cameron.
And in the court of public opinion, this would be far easier to digest if George just went full bad guy a la a Michael Schumacher. But PR63 is your typical babyface, often making all the right noises that you would expect from the perfect teammate.
Working with a new team, with a new set of engineers, we just have to keep an open mind and be dynamic to the situation. And as we said before, we know there will be drastic improvements. We hope improvements as the season progresses, and that's where we need to make sure we're on the right side of that.
But does he back up perfect teammate noises with perfect teammate action? Well, that would depend when it serves a purpose.
Nicely summarized. I will link his channel in the description. You can go check it out. Now, of course, he's not here to be Lewis Hamilton's wingman. He's the future of that team.
What's in store for him?
The thing for me, you've just got to walk into that team and just be yourself. Don't try and be something you're not.
This move has been put in place for Russell to one day be their lead driver, not just to be Lewis Hamilton's teammate for now.
I don't think George Russell is going to Mercedes to be Lewis Hamilton's wingman. Yes, he will support him. Yes, he will play that team role as any driver would do at any team. But he will be fighting for victories with Lewis Hamilton. To give us a Mercedes lineup like we had with Rosberg and Hamilton back in the years 2013 to 2016. The years 2013 to 2016. The years 2013 to 2016.
But it almost seems like he's trying too hard to prove himself. He's trying too hard to beat Lewis. This video might sound like I hate George Russell, but I don't, I promise. I rate him quite highly as a driver. You can check out this video where I made of him a couple of months back. He's a driver who seems like he's racing for himself, which every single driver, in my opinion, does.
Sometimes you've got to look out for yourself and recognize you can't please everybody. You have to almost be selfish in a regard.
If he's in front, his message to the team is let's hold position, let's not fight. However, if he's behind, you start hearing stuff like, can I attack? Like in Abu Dhabi 2022, or asking for Lewis to let him by, which seems hypocritical and selfish, which is best summarized by this comment. Now, I'm not going to bore you out with my voice, so I'm going to use my friend over here, which is totally not an AI, to read out that comment for you.
I'm finding it increasingly difficult to support George, as it feels he's always trying to get one up on Lewis. I wish he'd be a better team player. Lewis, you're amazing.
But which driver isn't selfish? Name them. Some say this is George Russell being cunning and manipulative. Some say he's entitled. But yeah, he's definitely entering some kind of villain era. I'm kind of having that vibe from George. Maybe we should watch out. I mean, Connor predicted it a year ago. It's happening. Maybe we'll see him develop and just kind of accept that villain era. Russell isn't here to please everybody. I see why a lot of people hate him, but he's doing the best for himself, which you can't really hate him for that. Surprise, surprise. Every driver does. I mean, every driver is selfish, really. Schumacher, you can see its incident in the 2006 Monaco Grand. Tell me that isn't selfish. Or even Lewis backing Nico in 2016. Or Alonso asking for 1 million team orders. Oh, I'm gonna get a lot of hate from the Spanish Alonso fans. I feel like he gets a lot of hate since that Zandvoort 2022 incident. But if Mercedes turn up with a championship winning car and they have these two drivers in their lineup, they can really take points of each other, and both drivers might end up losing the championship, like what happened between Lewis Hamilton and Fernando in 2007. So yeah, Mercedes have a really big job in their hand. I can truly see this thing becoming a Rosberg-Hamilton situation like in 2016. In my opinion, two alpha drivers can't really stay in the same team. Russell is a great driver. He has a lot to achieve in my opinion.
How big a difference would it make to you if the Formula One team called you tomorrow and said, yep, we'll give you the support you need?
Yeah, definitely a lot bigger difference, and you know you've got a lot bigger chance of getting all the way.
George, a day I'm sure you have long dreamt of. How does it feel to be, or to know that you're going to be a Formula One driver in 2019?
We're all very excited to see this new Mercedes AMG lineup. Lewis Hamilton and George Russell.
He's going to be one of Verstappen's biggest rival if Mercedes can give him a car that would level up to that Red Bull when Lewis isn't around. I don't really hate Russell, so nobody should comment below that I hate Russell. You can comment below though, it's really good for the algorithm. And whilst you're there, smash that sub button and also smash the like button.